cowards!
Cut him down.
Very well, Rogvir. Bow your head.
On this day, I've been waiting for Rogvir's execution. Talk to me later.
Want to have your clip featured in the Skyrim Clip of the Week? Simply record the clip on your Xbox and then send it to me via message. My gamertag is iRyanI, that's IRYENI, and then you can message it to me over Xbox and I'll be able to view it. I look forward to seeing the clips that you guys send me. Now moving on to the video. Hey, what's up guys? It's Ryan, and welcome back to another episode of Modded Monday. We're on week number 292 now, guys. I've picked out 5 new mods for you guys to check out, and perhaps add them to your load order if you find them interesting. But like always, before we jump into them, I want to remind you guys that I'm partnered with GamerSupps, which in my opinion is the best energy drink on the market. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, be sure to check out the link in the description where you can go to their store page, and you can also use the code RTD for a 10% discount on all your purchases. I also want to say, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any brand new mods each and every single week. Now that all that's out of the way, we can jump into this week's mods. And starting us off, we have a simple pet mod called Furpot the Kitty and House Cats. The mod page reads that this is a requested mod for someone named A Lady in Blue on Reddit whose kitty just passed away. This way they can continue their adventure together forever, and I think that's just the sweetest thing possible. But this is also an all-in-one mod including Mihail's House Cats, which has just been ported over to console here. So this means that you won't just have one Furpot the Kitty in the game, you also have a bunch of cats that you can find all throughout Skyrim. But to actually find the uniquely named Furpot the Kitty, in Dragonreach you'll find a cute grey cat named Furpot. And if you ask, he'll gladly accompany you across Skyrim and maybe even beyond. Just promise to give him his favorite wet food, and don't make him ask, have it ready for him. And then on top of that, you have the House Cats mods, like I said here. House Cats are docile little felines, often kept as pets in towns and villages. Although initially domesticated to hunt rats that destroyed food and spread diseases, the excess of pampering and treats made most city cats have chubby bodies and lazy behavior. And in Skyrim, you'll encounter them in almost every city and farm, which you can see I'm showing you a bunch of different areas that you can find these house cats. And then whenever it comes to the house cats that you can find, you have the original house cat like I showed you in the beginning there, and then you also have a uniquely named one called Puss in Boots, who you can find in the Bard's College in Solitude. Now, I for one find it incredibly sweet that the mod author went out of their way to port not only, the House Cats mods that has all of the house cats that we want in Skyrim, but also have a uniquely named house cat based on someone whose cat just passed away. I think that was very sweet, and I absolutely love this community, and I just think that was such a thoughtful thing to do on this mod creator's part, and now we can all have house cats of our own, as well as take on an adventure with Furpot the Kitty by our side. And that's definitely why the Furpot the Kitty and House Cat mod comes in at our number 5 spot this week, so I'd strongly recommend downloading it and going on a brand new adventure and picking up a brand new cat for yourself. Coming in at the number 4 spot this week, we have a brand new follower mod that's just hit the mod page here, who will accompany you all throughout Skyrim and also has a very interesting backstory. This is Eidunne Coldhearth, a standalone follower mod. And the mod page reads that this is Eidunne Coldhearth, a former ESO character turned to flat Skyrim OC. Eidunne is a centuries-old Nord vampire dabbling in a bit of magic as well as subterfuge. Born originally in the First Era, Eidunne was raised among her fellow nomadic Nords until her kin settled and attempted to build the first integration of Kynesgrove. Handy, hardy, and easily bored, Eidunne grew restless of the incessant manual labor that the fledgling village demanded and sought something greater. Something that granted prestige, but also elegance. And thus Eidunne set off on a pilgrimage to the Bard's College in Solitude and washed out rather quickly. Though she was adept at wordplay, tried with strings, and exuded an aura of charisma, it still could not grab her attention long enough to burgeon into a sustainable life or offer this elusive thrill that she desperately craves. And eventually she encountered her soon-to-be husband, who was an aspiring mage and seeker of power, who is also cursed with vampirism. But with this curse, Eidunne delighted to obtain this curse too, which was a key to remedy the boredom and restlessness that she plagued herself with, though it did require some convincing for her husband to share this burden with any other in spite of her eagerness. Though that was all hundreds or even thousands of years ago now. Now she's mellowed and settled, grown immortality into a highly adaptable person, and strives to make marks and scars in history wherever she can. Whatever illusion or character she plays, it always becomes woven in time through word of mouth or pen. She's always danced in the shadows behind the giants in Tamriel, all for her amusement and desperation to never be forgotten. And finally, you can find her at the Braidwood Inn in Kynesgrove. Now that is a very interesting backstory, but moving on to the features of this follower mod, we have the class as a Nightblade, so she can do spells and sneak very well. She'll also level with you, so it might lead to her being a glass cannon in the early game, but then she becomes incredibly powerful in the end game. And finally, she also comes with her own custom armor as well. So if you're looking for a brand new follower with a deep backstory in your next playthrough of Skyrim, then I'd strongly recommend downloading Eidunne Coldhearth, a standalone follower mod, and continuing the game with a new companion at your side. Coming in at the number 3 spot this week, we have a brand new pocket realm outside of Skyrim that you can use as your player home, and you travel to by just equipping a ring. This is the house that time built, a brand new player home mod that also comes with a small selection of followers, armors, weapons, and spells that were featured in previous mods. And to get to this new player area, you'll have to find the Traverse Ring, which is in the Sleeping Giant Inn in Riverwood, on the bar countertop, as I'm showing you right here. And then once you find the ring, you can equip it whenever you're outdoors, and it'll teleport you straight into your brand new player home. So this means you can do it anywhere all throughout Skyrim as long as you're outdoors. If you want to, take a stop at your player home to drop some stuff off, all you have to do is equip the ring, and you'll be teleported there and then teleported right back so you can continue your travels. Now this mod also comes in at a very small memory space, coming in at 652.60 kilobytes, so it'll pretty much fit into any load order you could possibly think of and pretty much disappear because of just how small in memory space it is. And then at any point throughout the game, if you want to have a new player home at your disposal, or maybe you're looking for a place to drop stuff off, or you're just looking for a brand new player home that you can travel to at any time, this is definitely that mod that does that, because you have no other loading doors other than, once you travel to the area with the ring and then you enter the player home. After that, you just have one giant player home where every area is connected. It's also not too big either. I know it looks like a big fortress, but it's all connected very nicely all through little hallways here, and you can get to every single little area, such as the crafting area, the display area. There's so many different things that you can see within this player home and put on display as well, and that's definitely why it's featured here at a number 3 spot this week. So if you like the looks of this player home, or you just like the mechanics of being able to travel to a player home whenever you're just outside and need to drop some stuff off, then I'd strongly recommend downloading the house that time built and adding it to your next playthrough of Skyrim, because I know it's helped me out in a ton of different situations. Coming in at the number 2 spot this week, we have a brand new badass armor set that's just been ported over to the mod page here. This is the Nightwarden Armor. And the mod page reads that this outfit can be obtained via crafting at any forge under the Ebony section, and this armor is made for males and females. And the female version uses the CBBE body slide. So it's also important to note that there is one mod that you're going to require before downloading this mod, and that's the XPM SSE mod, which I'll also have linked in the description, so you guys don't have to go out of your way to obtain that mod. You can just download it from the description as well. But this is basically just a body modifier that makes it so a lot of different armor mods can work properly, and a bunch of different, like the dodge mod will work better too. It just alters the skeleton of your character. So XPM SSE is definitely a must-have for this type of armor mod. But let's actually move on to the armor itself, because this is incredibly badass, and it even comes with its own cloak too, which you don't really see in a lot of mods out there. So you have the original badass Nightwarden armor set with the very cool looking cloak, or you can change the cloak out and have your own custom cloak on the back there. This is such a high quality mod as well, that's why it comes in at a 48.84 megabyte file size, despite it only adding one armor set into the game. The textures on these are absolutely phenomenal, and it looks incredibly badass, and I feel as though this would intimidate any bandit that you would come across all throughout your next Skyrim playthrough. So if you're looking for a brand new armor set that's going to completely intimidate everyone that you come across throughout Skyrim, or you just want to expand your armory a little bit and put a brand new armor set on display, then the Nightwarden Armor is definitely a mod I'd recommend checking out, because its textures are phenomenal, it's very easy to craft and get your hands on, and it's just an armor set that I know had a lot of time and effort put into it. And that's definitely why the Nightwarden Armor comes in at a number 2 spot this week, so I'd strongly recommend downloading it and expanding your arsenal in your next playthrough of Skyrim. Coming in at the number 1 spot this week, we have 2 brand new beautiful towns that have just been added to Skyrim. This is the Northern Towns, Weistone and Amon mod. And the mod page reads that here presented are 2 towns on the northern coast west of Solitude, consisting of new versions of ClefJ's Weistone and his unpublished mod Port Amon. Now, ClefJ is a mod creator's name that we've thrown around on this channel plenty of times, a very, very talented mod creator there. But on top of that, you have new buildings that have been added with this mod, new NPCs and new NPC packages, and brand new interiors as well. Weistone has a manor that's now much bigger and acts as a player home, which is yours if you can find the old Thane. And within these 2 cities, Weistone has 11 buildings, a mine, and 2 underground areas, which includes a player home, and the towers now have insides, with a population of 29 across the entire city. And then Amon has 9 buildings and a mine, with also a population of 29 throughout the city. Now, you guys definitely know if you've been watching the channel for a while, I love me some player home mods and brand new towns to explore and NPCs to meet. Those are like my 3 favorite types of mods out there, and this really hits every single one. You know, you have a brand new town, or 2 new towns that have been added with this mod, on top of a new player home and brand new NPCs to talk around and meet. This mod truly has it all. So if you like the looks of this town and you'd like to meet some of the NPCs, or maybe settle in and move into one of the towns for yourself, then I'd strongly recommend downloading the Northern Towns, Weistone, and Amon mod and add it to your next playthrough so that you can truly experience the peaceful day-to-day life of the people of Weistone and Amon. So that's pretty much it for this week's episode of the top 5 Skyrim mods of the week. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and if you did, I'd appreciate it if you left a like and subscribe if you're new. It really helps me out a lot. And if you have any suggestions for mods you'd like me to cover in future top 5 mod episodes, be sure to let me know in the comment section below, or you can join our Discord. I'll be sure to leave the Discord link in the description as well as the pinned comment so you can join us on there and leave mod suggestions there as well. Special shout out to my Patreon supporters. Thank you guys so much for everything that you guys have done for me. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and I'll talk to you guys later.